I had a similar thought or a question today evening. Something happened between me and my son, and I was a little, not little, more upset actually. And then uh, I realized that recently I'm just becoming angry, and it has made me upset. It has made me sad, and I started wondering why I'm not able to cry. Or I was little confused. Should I cry? Should I not cry? Why? I mean, if not crying, am I just building up the emotions inside, and will it cause any future problem for myself also? Whether it will build up stress, or
Do you
it's
did
okay that I'm
did
understanding I'm
you
not crying.
did you cry
I'm just
a lot?
confused.
Are you usually a big crybaby? Matlab, do you cry a lot?
When I was like a teenager, I used to cry a lot.
Okay. And since then? Since then?
uh, after that, many things have happened, and I had to do all my things on my own. I was pretty left to be independent by myself, and I've been independent in all the things, going to finding my own college, and finding work on my own, everything I've been doing all that myself. Somehow I used to feel bad about doing all those things alone without having an elder with me. I used to complain about it also, but then the recent past I've stopped complaining about it. I said that has made me independent, intelligent, and many things it has made me. So it's okay. I have I have understood it and left it like that. And the reason past, like 6 years ago, also I was in a very very bad shape in life, tragedy. I could say because my husband had passed away, and I was homeless and everything. During that time also, I had no time to cry. Basically, I had to work for my survival. So I started doing it. I didn't have time, and um, I had complained that I didn't have time to cry. I have so much sorrow inside me, but I didn't have time to cry. But I
Hmm.
let go, and then things changed and everything. I build my life, and everything is fine.
Hmm.
And so what has happened is sometimes I wonder: should I cry or not cry, or not crying, will it cause any problem? So that was like a question I had after
When you
hearing
used
this.
to when you used to cry a long time ago, when you're in your teens or whenever you cried last, what makes you cry?
Maybe that also I've forgotten. That's what I would say. I was like, um,
Okay.
and now
What
when I'm
what does
becoming angry.
what did crying give you when you cried earlier? What did it give you? How did it make? Because, like you said, people will cry for a reason. Everyone cries for different reasons. Some people cry to de-stress because they cry. Like I cry when I have to de-stress and I get too stressed, I start crying because somehow it just kind of after crying, like okay, I'm done now. Let me get back to to work, right? So sometimes it's super stress state, I would cry. Some people cry because they feel hurt. Some people cry because they feel sad and they want to let go. They feel it heals them. Why do you think you cried?
I cried maybe for people to understand me, and many a times in my teenage days only, I did not get any person who will understand me, at least at that time, because my parents were busy or something like that, siblings were not there, and things like that. And there came a stage in my life when I got a friend who was able to understand and able to hear what I'm saying.
Hmm.
During that stage and that period of the life, I think maybe I cried a lot because somebody was understanding me, listening to me. So I cried. And after that also, that friendship also progressed, matured, and everything. And so it went away. So I didn't have any other person now to understand me when I'm crying. So maybe I
When
stopped
you
crying.
were used to cry and that person used to understand, what did crying make you feel at that time? Why did you cry? Your objective is for somebody to understand you, is it?
Yes,
Or
yes,
was your
yes.
objective to be understood, to feel sympathy, that somebody, or is it care you wanted? What did you want? What was your need?
Uh, maybe care, I would say. That was what I think, because that was the meaning of understanding. And say, in my vocabulary, understanding means person, somebody cared for me. That's what it means.
So today, if you want to cry, you will cry if you want care. How
Yeah,
cared are
maybe.
you? How cared for are you today?
I'm cared for by my. by my son, and that is it. And he does care for me a lot. He does it already, and I don't see a need actually to cry to get his care. He does it. He does it, and to his level, whatever he can do. I mean, to his level of understanding and age or whatever, he's able to do. So that I can understand and realize.
Hmm.
And but instead of crying or instead of being sad, that changes to anger maybe. So I'm not really happy with that anger also.
What changes
Like I
to
don't
anger?
like I'm wondering if my being instead of being sad, crying, I'm changing it to anger. And
So, what do you get angry about mostly?
um
What makes you angry when people don't listen to you? It makes you angry, or nobody's there for you when you need them. It makes you angry, or stress makes you angry. What makes you angry?
maybe stress and overwhelm of so many things to do, and this one more added thing to do, that kind of a thing. And if something is going to take up my time and energy extra than I already am having, I feel. So yeah, that makes me, if something or somebody add to my work, extra work, or extra expenditure of energy, that makes me really angry.
Okay. Uh, so crying is because you need somebody, you need someone to care for you. Anger is because it makes you, it's an expression of overwhelm. Two different things, two different
Okay.
needs. Okay. One is a need to maybe just maintain your sanity and not have to do million things at the same time. You want to maintain peace or sanity or something. That's a need. I don't know. You should tell me what is that need that you have, right? What do you want at that time when you don't want stress or overwhelm? What do you want instead? What are you seeking?
I can seek that, okay, reduced expenditure of my energy and time. That's what I'm actually seeking. I'll say, if I have to talk about it.
Reduced expenditure of energy and time. So you're seeking to. So if you this with this expenditure, what happens to you? Do you like feel like you're going to explode, or do you feel like you're going to battery is going to completely go low and drain out, or what is that feeling?
Battery will go down. That's what I feel.
Battery will go down. Okay, so your need is to have energy. That's your need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one need is to have energy, and when because you have so many things to do, and when you feel that you don't have that energy, you get angry. Another need
Yeah.
is to be for someone to be there and care for you, right?
Yeah.
And if when that is not there, you cry,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
these two are two different things, not to be confused together. Because sometimes when you confuse too many things together, you just make a hodgepodge and you can't solve it. Okay. So
See.
anger, how
Okay.
can you solve? Because I think that is also something you want to solve.
Correct. Yes.
Don't want to be
Yeah.
there. Is by looking at yourself differently than you're looking at yourself right now. As a looking at yourself as something maybe like a phone battery that needs to be recharged and that can possibly go out of energy. Whereas looking at yourself as something that is maybe self energy generating,
Hmm.
like
Hmm. Hmm.
Aladdin ka chirag, or or something like maybe solar panel which kind of
Hmm.
generates energy on its own, and you know that I have energy for things that are important, and maybe for all you know that anger itself takes away a lot of the energy that you're trying to conserve,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Ideally a person should have more energy than they can spend. That would be an amazing state, right?
Hmm.
Where I mean, you do everything and you still have more energy to do more. So that
Gotcha.
is so when that happens, automatically anger is going to go. But like
Okay.
coming back to the topic that we were talking about crying, you cried because you needed somebody to care for you. Today
Yeah.
you have somebody to care for you.
Hmm.
That somebody is a child who's trying their best, which means that their care is has more currency value.
Yeah. Right.
You
Absolutely.
understand? Care from
Yeah.
somebody who is supposed to care for you, like a spouse or somebody is taken for granted. You should care for me, you're supposed to care for me. But when it comes from a child, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
it's an amazing kind of care. So that kind of care, even done little bit, is like a lot of care.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
You're
That feels
cared for. No wonder you don't feel like crying. So why do you want to push yourself to cry? It's like that
maybe I
other
don't.
fellow saying,
Yeah,
I enjoy feeling sad, right?
I don't
Maybe,
actually want to cry and all.
maybe you can do something else that makes you feel more alive. These things like crying or showing anger or all these things, right? Criticizing or being, all these things are usually expressions to feel things. So many things are happening, you don't know what to feel. So an outburst of any kind of emotion will make you feel more human. You know that I have given myself that leeway. I have cried. You get it? But there are other things that you can do which will probably make you feel happier, like maybe laughing.
Mm,
Have you ever
mm.
asked yourself this question? Why don't I laugh so much? Why can't I laugh more hysterically every day?
Yeah, that's
Why am
a
I
better
not
question to ask.
playful? Why can't I be more playful and naughty? I've stopped being naughty. Now,
Mm.
these are very good questions. Then why don't I cry? Why don't I cry? Right? So see the other things you don't
Yeah,
do, like
that's a good
laughing a
question to ask.
lot or being naughty, and maybe work towards that.
Yeah, sure, sure. We'll do that. That's breakthrough. I mean, like it's like I'm mind blown about that question. Yeah, I think maybe I'll replace those questions.
Absolutely.
I don't feel the need to cry. No, nothing like that.
Absolutely.
I'm not so pessimistic like that
And
other
if you
person who
really
said
want
that.
to cry, one day do a, sob fest and cry. I mean, everybody can cry. Like, cry and get it done with. Finish it. And then move on to
No.
what you want.
Yeah, no, no, no. Maybe I was just getting confused with all the hype about stress and everything, unknown stress. Maybe I'm having all those things. Maybe I'm making it up, so not required.
Even
I
if you're
think
not
that's so that
making it up, even if you're not making it up, give yourself natural emotions. If you're naturally feeling like crying, cry. If you're naturally feeling like resting, rest. But why do you want to ask yourself, why am I not feeling crying, or why am I not those things? Because you don't feel like that's it. There's nothing unnatural. People can go years without crying.
right, right,
It
right.
makes sense,
Yeah,
but then not
makes
going
sense.
going years without laughing is not a good idea. That's something that everybody must do every day, right? Let's
Yes, yes,
give a
yes,
round of
yes.
applause, everybody.
Thank you so much, Seema. Thank you. It was a breakthrough moment for me. Thank you.
Amazing.